In the meantime, in 1995, the first gold dinar coins had by now hit the streets of Malaysia, and people at the grassroots level had started adopting them for savings and trade. A whole literature gradually developed on the dinar economy, beginning with Omar Ibrahim Vadio's publication of The Return of the Gold Dinar from Cape Town, South Africa. With extensive references to the Muwatta of Imam Malik, it explained in detail the Islamic rulings of using debt-based fiat currencies, and systematically debunked the arguments of Islamic banking apologists. In the following year, Omar Ibrahim had a landmark meeting with President Mahathir Mohamad of Malaysia and presented to him his white paper on the gold economy. As Omar Ibrahim was compiling his case based on Sharia law, many Western and secular economists themselves independently arrived at the same conclusions as we had learned from the Quran and Sunnah: the beneficial effects to economic stability and growth by adopting commodity money. Known in the academic world as the Austrian School of Economics, it featured leading proponents like Ludwig von Mises and the Nobel laureate in economics Friedrich Hayek. The Austrian school has since then systematically debunked many of the false objections and mistaken myths that are raised so often against gold and silver currencies, very often by indoctrinated finance students or those with a vested interest in the current riba-based system. As the dinar movement gained momentum, President Mahathir Mohamad of Malaysia became one of its most high-profile proponents. Unable to institute the recommended changes during his office, he still continues to attend seminars and express his support for the movement, including being the guest of honor at the first World Riba Conference in 2010. Bereft of government support from any quarter, or even from any established Islamic banking or finance establishment, the gold dinar movement slowly continued to take root in the people of Malaysia and Indonesia. In 1998, the Islamic Mint Nusantara was established in Indonesia, catering to the local demand of dinars and dirhams. It is operated on partial waqf basis and is gradually developing a mobile-based dinar and dirham payment system called Dinar First. In the same year, another success was achieved at the political level when the Islamic Party of Malaysia PAS became the first political party to openly endorse the gold dinar. Realizing the needs of the modern fast-paced business environment, an electronic payment system based on the gold dinar, called eDinar Limited, was launched from Malaysia in the year 2000, followed closely by large-scale production of dinars by the Islamic Mint Dubai. By 2009, the coin turnover of eDinar surpassed a massive 150,000 pieces per annum. Along with these practical initiatives, work on creating awareness and educating the masses also kept going, with a high-profile seminar, Gold in Multilateral Trade, conducted in Kuala Lumpur and hosted by Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad.
I propose the gold dinar. Today's settlement of international trade is through the US dollar. The US dollar has got no value whatsoever. It has no backing, it has no reserves, it has no gold. But we accept it as if it has some value.
The Royal Mint of Malaysia also minted its first batch of gold dinars in 2003, and the Far East quickly became the hub of all gold dinar activity at that time, with the University Sans Malaysia in Penang setting up a dedicated gold dinar research group representing academic recognition of the dinar movement, followed by widespread publications. The dinar movement was also strongly endorsed by many eminent ulema and religious scholars, most notable being Sheikh Imran Hussain.
And so the two things which are common are, number one, all six were used as money. And number two, in every case, the money had intrinsic value. Welcome, brothers and sisters, to Sunnah money. You never heard of it before. You heard about the Sunnah, it's the beard. You heard about Sunnah, Salat, But you never heard about Sunnah money before. First time. What is Sunnah money? Sunnah money is either precious metals or commodities. And Sunnah money is money which has intrinsic value. I leave behind me two things. So long as you hold on to them, you will never go astray. The Book of Allah and my Sunnah. And this is also his Sunnah. And we've abandoned it today. This is riba. We will explain to you how it is riba. But wait a minute. This money, which is Sunnah money, is it also in the Quran? I mean, did we abandon the Quran as well? Oh, that would be terrible. So let's go to the Quran and see. When Yusuf alayhi salam was in the well, Surah Yusuf, وَشَرَوْهُ بِثَمَنٍ بَخْسٍ دَرَاهِمَ مَعْدُودَةٍ. And they sold him for a few measly dirhams. What is this word dirham? A dirham is a silver coin, precious metals. And then there is this ayah also in the Quran, in Surah Al Imran. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ تَأْمَنْهُ بِدِينَارٍ لَا يُؤَدِّهِ إِلَيْكَ. But amongst them there are those who, if you give him a dinar, a gold coin,
in Pakistan, the very first person to point out the ills of the Western economic system and suggest a reformation toward the riba-free Islamic model was none other than its founder, Muhammad Ali Jinnah himself.
Let us on this day humbly thank God for His bounty and pray that we might be able to prove that we are worthy of it.
In 1948, at the most befitting occasion of the inauguration ceremony of the State Bank of Pakistan, he said, "I shall watch with keenness the work of your research organization in evolving banking practices compatible with Islamic ideals of social and economic life. The economic system of the West has created almost insoluble problems for humanity. We must work our destiny in our own way and present to the world an economic system based on true Islamic concept of equality of manhood and social justice. We will thereby be fulfilling our mission as Muslims and giving to humanity the message of happiness and prosperity of mankind." But it was 60 years after he laid down this vision that his dream started to become a reality when the dinar movement came to Pakistan. In 2009, Pakistan's very first commercial enterprise devoted to the gold dinar was established with the name eGold Private Limited. As would be evident to sound money advocates, the inspiration for this name was drawn by the pioneering company of Dr. Douglas Jackson of Florida. eGold offers not only the sale of dinar and dirham coins, but also depository services for safekeeping of the dinars and secure electronic transactions through its website. Unlike Western gold investment initiatives that are incorporated in offshore tax havens, eGold is registered in Pakistan and is fully compliant with local laws while allowing people to transact business in dinars and dirhams. In another recent development, an internal document was circulated by the Dallas chapter of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, encouraging the party to officially adopt the gold dinar. It is yet to be seen if the gold dinar movement can gain mainstream support from any religious or political party in Pakistan. Indonesia, however, became the de facto capital of the dinar movement, where the movement's founder and chief architect, Omar Ibrahim, established the Wakala Induk Nusantara, the central body for dinar and dirham distribution, working under the auspices of the World Islamic Mint. A novel structure of loosely connected independent wakalas or dinar agencies were set up in order to reach greater penetration in the society. And it was here, on the islands of Nusantara, that the usage of the gold dinar in its true ultimate vision as medium of exchange in day-to-day transactions was realized at the grassroots level. There are now more than 75 local wakalas affiliated with Wakala Induk Nusantara, including some as far away as Australia and Singapore, distributing thousands of coins.
It's hard to get an exact figure at the moment, but in the last 10 years, probably it's more than 50,000 coin has been distributed. There is an equality of exchange, equal to equal. In other words, it can only be met by exchanging commodity with commodity. So if you want to exchange a head of goat, then you need, or you must get as an exchange other commodity that has a similar value, and that can be best served by gold or silver. Paper money doesn't serve that equality, because one party lose an asset, let's say a head of gold, and the other party just get a piece of paper which has no value. When we minted the dinar for the first time 9 years ago, it was only worth 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. These 4 pieces, about 400,000 rupiah. Today, you need 15 pieces of this paper money, 1,500,000 rupiah to get 1 dinar. 1,500 years ago, 1 dinar equals to 2 heads of gold. And today, if you go everywhere in the world, you can buy 2 heads of gold with 1 gold dinar, right? While a coin of dirham, the silver coin, you can have 1 head of chicken. Some people see it like a story of this king with no clothes, right? So when everybody see that the king was wearing very beautiful clothes, but in fact he wears no clothes, until a small boy said, look, the king has no clothes. It's the same thing with this paper money, that we are told that this is wealth which has a values on it, until someone says, look, this is just a piece of paper, no value on it. So, right, so if you cut like this, look, 100,000 and it's gone. Where's the 100,000? And magically, if you put a cellotype on it, the 100,000 rupiah came back. Only by putting a cellotype on it, people will accept it again. It's very magical. It's magic. This one is the real one. The banking system is the crime, and the bankers are the criminal. The current system is taken for granted as the only system available. It is not only unsustainable, it is unjust, and it's collapsing. So we have to find the better alternative. We have it. In Islam, you have to prevent wealth to be circulated among the rich. And what is happening today is that the wealth, the real wealth, which is gold and silver, are only sitting amongst the wealth vault, while the people are getting the worthless paper money. Now what we are doing is reverse the process. We return the paper money to the banking system and take out the gold and circulate it to the hands of the people. Now the people will have the real wealth within their hands.
Just like the credit card display signs, shops are now putting up the "We Accept Dinar" stickers on their windows.